Hey guys, Carrie here. Thanks for joining me tonight. Sorry this is coming a little late. I didn't get to watch it on the premiere night yesterday. But tonight I will be watching The Walking Dead Season 8, Episode 5, The Big Scary You. Last week's episode was pretty emotional. I thought it was very well done. Ezekiel's not, one of my most favorite characters, but it made me cry last week. Just what happened to Shiva and then seeing him break down. That he was just some guy. He wasn't a king. So hopefully this week will be a little bit more uplifting. We finally get to see Negan and Father Gabriel and then the rest of the saviors inside the sanctuary. And then we also get to see at least Rick and Daryl and what they're going to do with the weapons they acquired from the saviors. So should be a good episode overall, and I am excited to see it. So thanks again for joining me. Let's get watching. I thought he was at the hilltop.
Wakey, wakey, eggs pancakey, Gregory.
Or was this before, when he went there?
I don't like killing people any more than you do.
I like killing people.
Oh, well.
I said it's about killing. I think you are a thin-dicked politician threading the needle with your thin dick. Now, is listening to you the right way to go? Over here!
Damn. Eugene.
Is taking Rick, the widow, and King Assface alive and making them dead in a very, very public and instructive way. We kill the right people in the wrongest way possible, and we make them all watch.
That's not happen.
Sorry? Jesus Christ.
Gavin doesn't want this.
You could have gone down fighting your big baby.
He ran too.
I'm just pulling it.
I think I'm here to take your confession.
Oh, that's creepy.
Maybe the fact that I rubbed one out right where you're sitting was just to calm down a bit.
Add to the approach's slim chances of success. It's likely the play would lead to widespread unrest, pitting the workers against the soldiers when we're running out of food and fuel, upsetting our already precarious apple cart.
Eugene, you haven't changed.
Maybe.
Oh, that mustache.
We're gonna kill him very slowly in front of everyone here
That's what they think it's
over the
Eugene.
course of a few very long days. You helped the week before this?
Kids,
Backstory.
you don't show them the way, well, they turn out like garbage. Little assholes become great big ones. So you show them the way.
Negan must have been a little
Adults,
asshole.
they need it too. Every one of those ladies made a choice.
Was there first? One before all of this? A wife you promised to have and to hold, forsaking all others. One you told that lie to?
You see, I'll give me strength.
There are people in there who aren't fighters doing this to change that. Make them pick up guns and stand by the saviors. And if the saviors don't surrender, maybe everyone fights us. And we don't have the kingdom anymore. We're not doing this.
They're gonna come at odds one time.
Nah, you ain't doing this.
There's a plan, and everyone's sticking to it. Not everyone. There's a lot of our people that are dead, Ray. Things change, man. Negan and that other group, this is on them. People die, it's their fault. Not ours. You know, we can't do this. And we got our own people to look after. We're not doing this. Hey, I'm not letting you do this. Send your choice.
Holy shit. Seriously? Oh man, come on. Don't let the bromance die, Rick and Daryl.
Hell.
Freaking morons, both of you. It's really good.
Chokehold's illegal, asshole.
He told him that season 1.
Yes, it is.
He told Shane that.
It's like I'm walking. My first wife was a real wife. My only real wife. Till death did us part. It was before this. I lied to her. I screwed around on her. She was sick. And when she went, it was during this. I couldn't put her down. That is how I was weak.
He does have some humanity.
You're forgiven.
Thanks.
Seriously?
You keep your gun.
Ever done this trick with the guts before?
These are putrid, decaying organs. Dead blood, piss, and shit that have been cooking all day in the Virginian sun. How many people have gotten sick from this?
We're from Georgia.
Look at you, lucky shit.
Oh, that sort of tone is not gonna work.
Hey, everyone! Look, we're gonna get through this. Okay, we just need some more time. Everyone has to return to the factory floor now!
I'm not going anywhere.
Simon could never lead him.
Here's a little refresher on who the hell I am. I wear a leather jacket, I have Lucille, and my nutsack is made of steel. I am not dying until I am damn good and ready. Now, if y'all excuse me, I am in deep need of a sandwich, a shower, and some of that wilting lion orchid deep tissue shit that Frankie learned in San Francisco.
Thank you, Negan. Thank God for you.
We find when the munitions went missing. Through that, we get an idea of the how, which hopefully leads us right to the who. We start.
He knows it's Dwight. The Saviors don't have a helicopter. And that was real. Frickin' junkyard.
You need to see Dr. Carson 2.0 ASAP.
That's why I'm here.
No.
That's the reason I'm here.
Was he bitten?
Carson is Maggie's doctor. We have to get him out of here. We have to get him out of here.
Okay, well, that was definitely an episode, especially in the last 10 minutes. I liked it all the way around, but, you know, that ending made me speechless. So, first off, Eugene knows it's Dwight who is helping Rick's group. I thought he was suspicious because he looked at Dwight, you know, when they were sitting during the second meeting right after they got taken over. He looked at Dwight suspiciously, but then the red paint confirmed it because they were from Dwight's figurines that he builds. But it is interesting to see Dwight taking a more leadership role in the sanctuary. Kind of like, you know, Maggie started gaining a little bit more and more power, where Dwight's kind of stepping it up, and we know in the comics that Dwight becomes the leader of the Saviors after Negan is captured. So now with Daryl thrown into that, I don't know what all will happen. I think Dwight would still be the one to lead them because he knows the workers and everything. And then it was also interesting to see how the workers basically look at Negan as a god. Yeah, they're kind of mindless drones just wandering around. Even the lieutenants are too, but at least they get some perks out of it. It was interesting to getting to see Negan's backstory a little bit. Like, I already knew that Lucille was named after his wife, who was Lucille. But then it kind of was nice to see a little bit of humanity in Negan. And you know, people hate Negan, but he's the most logical enemy they've ever had. Rick's group has ever had. You follow the rules, you're good to go. Where, you know, the governor, Gareth, the wolves, they were just psycho, and, you know, they'd kill you for no reason. Whereas Negan's group, it's, you know, all about the rules and that. And so Negan, I would much rather deal with Negan than, you know, the governor or Gareth, the wolves, etc. But still, you know, he's evil and has to die. Well, he's not going to die, but you know what I mean. He has to be defeated. Yeah, it's interesting. Simon seems to be skating on thin ice with Negan. Negan was very short with him at times. So I always said I do think Simon's dying in All Out War, because it's the second best thing to Negan dying. But I always thought it'd be like Rick or Maggie or one of them killing Simon, but it might be Negan. Because, you know, he failed to hold on to the hilltop, and that's so... have to wait and see. Gavin, you know, doesn't want any of this. He just wants peace, and he seems to be one of the most sensible of the leaders of Dwight. Father Gabriel being locked up like Daryl was surprising, and then Father Gabriel willingly kneeled to Negan, and Negan did save his life. You know, he could have left him as bait, but he didn't. But I don't know if he was bitten. I don't know if it's an act. I always, you know, Father Gabriel wasn't my prediction to die, but it'd still be sad, you know. Obviously it would happen now though, since he's redeemed himself a little bit, you know, they'd pull the cord. So we'll have to see what happens with that. And of course, Rick and Daryl, you know, It seemed like they were okay when they parted ways. I don't know. But, you know, I hope, you know, we just got them back together last season, so I hope they're not going apart again. And then I loved that little kind of flashback, well, dig from the first season. Chokehold's a legal asshole. Daryl said that to Shane when Shane put him in a chokehold after Daryl was freaking out when he found out about Merle being locked up on the roof. And he's like, Chokehold's a legal asshole, and Shane's like, yeah, you can file a complaint. So it was, you know, it was kind of a funny moment, you know, flashback, not really flashback, but you know what I mean, kind of a little hint of season 1 and where this all started. Definitely Daryl's changed a lot since then, and even Rick's changed a lot since then. So hopefully they can work out their differences, but it's not looking good for Tara, because it looked like she was the one talking with Daryl about, you know, we gotta kill them, and I obviously don't think they're gonna kill Daryl off. So I am a little worried about Tara, because Daryl's like, well, you know, it could be one of us. But it looks like we get to see a little bit of everybody next week, except, you know, the Saviors. We probably don't get to see Negan, but we finally get to see the Hilltop again, and maybe see what they do with the prisoners there. And Dylan, the character Dylan was, you know, hyped up kind of. So, you know, he's the one that surrendered when they found them at the satellite outpost. And he was also the one that refused to run away when the walkers were attacking them when they were all tied up. So we'll see if he, you know, has any moments in this next episode. Because there actually was, I saw the casting call for Dylan, so it'll be interesting to see if we get to see his character, because we did see the prisoners along the wall at the Hilltop. And then we get to see Carol, Jerry, and Ezekiel at the Kingdom. And we get to see the Junkyard people finally. Yeah, the Junkyard people would definitely be stupid not to go back with Rick, because they, like, especially with how strong-willed Jadis is, Negan doesn't like that, you know. He doesn't want you to be... He wants you to fall in line, and Jadis doesn't do that. So, unless Jadis switches side with Rick, I think she's done. I think Negan will probably be the one to kill her. Because she doesn't, you know, for him it's not negotiations. You do what he says or else. So, it'll be interesting to see. Maybe we'll finally get to see Carl, Michonne, or Rosita. Because we haven't seen them yet, and I'm sure we'll see them before the mid-season finale. So yeah, it should be interesting. These are just my opinions, my views, my theories. You know, I want to know yours too, and, you know, anything you'd like to say, you can comment below. You know, I love hearing different fan theories and comments and opinions on different episodes. You know, I loved this episode. I've loved the whole season so far. Obviously not the case with everybody, but, you know, that's okay. So yeah, like, you know, share your thoughts and opinions and theories below. And also, if you guys could subscribe to my channel, and you can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at TheRealCW. Other than that, you know, I will see you guys next week for The Walking Dead Season 8, Episode 6. And I also want to wish you guys, before I forget, a happy Thanksgiving. And if anybody is going out for Black Friday shopping, you know, good luck. Wish you all the safety in the world while driving, and that includes Thanksgiving as well. I will be staying at home, enjoying a marathon of some sorts on Netflix, but I am definitely not going out into the malls or stores or anything. I don't need anything that badly, so. But happy Thanksgiving, and I wish all of you guys safe travels and, you know, peaceful times with your families. So, thanks again for joining me, guys.